All right, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back. It has been a time since we have had one of these. Howdy, howdy, David Brownlee says, welcome back home, Sam. Thank you. By the way, you remembered to go live this time. Yes, I did, but I have not changed it to live chat just yet, but I just did. Thank you for that reminder, David. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All right, well, I am back home. Jess and the kids haven't gone anywhere. I did already jump back full steam into the new school year this morning. Since Jess has to go to work so early, part of my job in the mornings is to get up not just as early as she does. I get up after she gets out of the shower and get the kids going to where they need to go. Dante has jazz band. Aiden's school starts about 45 minutes earlier than the other two kids do. So Daphne drives herself, so that's good. But so yeah, we had. I was up at 5:45 this morning because I had to get up and get going. Kids had to get up at about 6. We had to leave about 7. So it's just the way it goes. Here we go. Next year has begun. That's pretty much what it's like. Peter Rowan is here. Hello, Peter. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tom is here. What's up, what's up? Yeah, I got to see Tom and Maribeth last week, play some games with them, so that was good. Danny and his wife, Maggie, was over from the UK, so that was good to have finally met Maggie. I have already met Danny at Dice Tower West, but it was good to play games with Danny and Tom a lot, and then also played a few games with all 4 of them as well, so that was good. Eric is here. Sam's really confused today. He thinks it's Monday. No, I don't. It happens sometimes. Let's just not get him upset. Just go along. Hi, Sam. How are you feeling today? Welcome back, Eric. Thank you for being here. Yes, I know it is Tuesday. But this morning I wanted to give a recap of Dice Tower Retreat, because the way my brain works is that the longer you go away, you forget some of the details. And it's already been a couple days. So some of those details are gone. Can't do anything about that. So I do want to go over some stuff. And I also have a stack of stuff that came in while I was gone. So that's another reason why I thought it would be apropos. I don't know if that's the right word for that, but that's why I thought it would be a good idea to have a fireside chat this morning instead of the regularly scheduled It Belongs in a Museum, because I do have a lot of stuff to try to get caught up on this week. So shipping out some prizes is not one of the things that I wanted to add to that. But next week we will be back full force with our regular Tuesday schedule. Now, to keep that in mind, Jess and I are going to be doing a Time Honored Tuesdays live stream later on this evening. We do have to wait to start until 6 o'clock. I know that's going to be 9 o'clock for you people on the East Coast, and then even later for everybody else. It might mean that the people in the UK that would normally stop by, or in Europe, probably won't be able to be there. But we do have some other stuff going on this evening that we have to get taken care of. There's French horn practice for one person. There's football practice for another person. So it's just the way it is. But we will keep Time Honored Tuesdays live stream tonight. We will be doing that. So I'll be scheduling it after I'm done here with the fireside chat. But this morning is not going to be It Belongs in a Museum. I'm not confused, but I can see how you might have thought I was. Let's see here. Sundancer Girl is here. What's up, Maribeth? It was so great seeing you. Yeah, good to see you too. Easier getting home this time. Yeah, because I flew Delta. It was much easier getting home, as a matter of fact. It was a direct flight both ways. And get this, both of those flights were on time. One of them, the one coming back home, was even early getting home. I didn't have to wait for 5 or 6 hours and then sleep in a... Don't get me started. You already did. Otherwise, I've kind of taken a kind of chill morning this morning. I did have to get straightened up because there was a lot of stuff right here on the table. Stuff that has been sitting here since I left. So I need to do that. But this is going to be a good time. This week is going to be a good time, as a matter of fact. I got to shoot a video, a review for, I think I'm going to review Mistwind tomorrow for, well, today. I'm going to shoot it today, and I'll have it recording and go up tomorrow for the, on the Dice Tower. Tomorrow's live review, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I have some ideas. I just don't know what exactly I'm going to do. Might be Forges of Ravenshire, because I was able to get that played again at Dice Tower Retreat. Played Mistwind a couple of times. Taught it 2 times to 2 different groups of people during Dice Tower Retreat. So I think I'm ready to do that one. And Forges also able to do that. I was able to teach some people that as well. So that was also a good time. Generally speaking, I had a blast at Dice Tower Retreat. Now, it wasn't like, you know, it was a very chill trip because rooming with Jason is a fun time. Spending time with Jason is always a good time. He's so excited about everything, and that's infectious, and I like that about him. It can get, you know, because he's always annoying, it can get tiresome, but it's still infectious, and I like that about him. I like it a lot, and so I like doing things with him. I like playing games with him because he gets into it, whether it's from the analytical point of view or from the thematic point of view. He gets into all of that stuff, so I like it, and I think that's cool. I played Blood on the Clock Tower twice over the retreat, the first 2 nights, and Jason was running it, and so that's one of the things that he asked me to do, was to join those 2. Well, I committed to one, and then I also played another because I wanted to experience a different. The box comes with 3 different storylines or mindsets or scenarios, I guess, if you want to call it that. So I wanted to experience more than just the introductory one, and so I can't remember the names of them. One was the introductory one, and the other one was, I can't remember the names of them. It's just escaping me. But the second one that we played had the one where you could have 4 different bad guys, and you had to spend part of your time figuring out which one was the bad guy so you could figure out how to kill them. But that was cool. Brahman is here. What's up? What's up? Love the shirt. Thank you, sir. I do too. That's why I wear it. MB, hey, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you here. All right, like it. Still a 3+ hour drive home though. Yeah, well, it's not 3+. It usually turns out to about 3 hours on average, because you do have to stop. Well, we usually try to stop for Jess, because she's got to go to the restroom. So it usually translates over to about 3 hours when you factor in stopping to get gas, stretch your legs, and possibly stopping to get gas, stretching your legs, and going to the bathroom. So it's about 2 hours, 45 minutes of driving, and that's about right. Vanessa is here. What's up? What's up? This is a tad earlier than usual. Good thing I'm taking a break. The Board Midwestern Meeple. Trouble Brewing. Bad Moon Rising. Yes, those are correct. Bad Moon Rising. Yeah, that was the second one we played, and then Trouble Brewing was the first. So yeah, that's good. Welcome back. Thank you, Anthony's. I appreciate that. Direct flights would be even more convenient if you weren't 2.5 hours from the airport. And that's true, but it's okay. I don't mind it. It's a good drive. It's a pleasant drive, especially during the day. I did leave. I left Orlando on an earlier flight. My flight left at like 9:20, and we boarded at 8:40. It put me getting back at like 12:30 in the afternoon here. So it was a very pleasant drive back. Nothing happening, nothing doing at all. So very, very pleasant. I don't mind those kinds of drives. I like road trips, so I don't mind driving at all. But when you're coming back at like 10 o'clock at night, and then your flight got delayed by 2 hours, now you're talking 12, now you're talking getting back at 3 o'clock in the morning, that's hard. That's difficult for me. I've known a lot of people that can just drive, you know, they don't have trouble falling asleep or anything like that. But I don't usually have problems falling asleep unless I am, like, if I can have a coffee and some almonds, I'm probably good to go, no matter what time it is. But, you know, generally speaking, I don't have a problem with staying awake. Yeah, we've been enjoying the sunny road trips to steamers. Yeah, that's good. Exactly it. Got another one coming up next week. Next week is our steamers board game night for the Flipside. So that's going to be next Friday, not this coming Friday, but the one following. And then another cool thing, this is not related to Dice Tower Retreat, but we just found out while I was away at the Dice Tower Retreat that our church leadership has approved us using the atrium at our church once a month, indefinitely. So we're going to start running 2 a month. We're going to run the second, we're going to keep steamers at the second Friday of every month, and then we're going to add, I think, on the third Saturday of the month. We still need to talk to our Kristen. She's the one that we have a contact. She's our contact for getting things scheduled at the church, and she's like the head office assistant or whatever you call them now. I don't know what they call her. She's secretary. She's like the head secretary at church. So we talk with her. So we still have to talk to her, but we're thinking about planning on asking her for the third Saturday of the month for doing a game night or a game day at our church. And usually those run from 3 o'clock in the afternoon until 9 o'clock at night. So we thought about making them like on the same weekend as steamers, so that, you know, people could come to the steamers one and then stay over and do kind of like having mini conventions every month. But that would be hard for us, and it would also make it hard for other people to attend if they can't fit that weekend. So we figured we'd split them apart into 2 different weekends, so that hopefully we got more people coming. That's my general idea. So not for Jess, she has to look at Sam. Yeah, that's true. Not good scenery for her. Are you starting to run out of room for all your games? Starting? No. Have been? Yes. It's one of the reasons why we're doing Coles. Patrick is here. What's up? I didn't see you that earlier, so thank you for being here, Patrick. Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. Yes, I am, and we are going to be giving stuff, some of this stuff away on some of our future giveaways because I just don't have enough room in this little office space. I do have some wall space where I could probably hang some shelves and start putting them up there, but I don't want it to start looking cluttered in here. That's my main thing. So there's a lot of possibilities in the air right now, because I think we're all in this house feeling the pinch about room. Because I mean, frankly, the boys ain't getting any smaller, so they're gonna need their own rooms here in a little bit. Well, they kind of already do, but we just don't have the ability to do that right now. But I would say probably within about the next year, I don't know, we're already starting to look at moving. And a lot of the prices in the valley right now are pretty good for houses and for bigger houses. And so we're headed down that route, but we're not too far down it yet. But it's coming. It's coming. I feel it. We want to do a lot of different things. Both of our parents are in the time of life where they might need to be helped, and so we want to have the space to do that. We also want to have the space for possibly being a I can't remember what they call them now. The local hockey team here, the Wild, they have a program where when the players are here for the season, billet families. That's what it is, billet families. So we want to also try to be a billet family, and so we want to. There's just so we're either going to be making an extension to this house, having that built, or we're just going to get, a new, a bigger house. One of the two. But we're just thinking about it right now. We haven't even talked to the banks or anything like that. We're just like keeping our eyes on Zillow and a bunch of other, something Jess loves to do. She loves looking at houses. So she's been doing that a lot recently. And so I kind of feel like that's where we're headed. Plenty of storage at my house, yeah, but you're too far away. I have to make room yet again on my shelves. Yep, I had to give games away as well. Yep, that's it. Happy to watch the Dice Tower Retreat vids. I'm getting ready to head out to World Series of Board Games myself. WSBG, all right. That's old school right there. Good to see you, Patrick. It's good to have you here. We're making good progress on Self for Shame. Then Half Price Books had 20% off all weekend. So that's what that's on the horizon. So yes, we are running out of room, but and Jess helps. We try to keep this at least neat so that I can look and see what we need to play. But when those stacks get a little too high, it's hard to keep up. But we are going to be doing that. All right. So first off, this is supposed to be a recap of the Dice Tower Retreat. So we need to get rid of games and toys. Yeah, them two boys, Ambi, I can understand. Keeping them boys happy with their toys. I understand. My mom likes looking at houses too, yeah. I think it's just something she really enjoys doing. Jessie really enjoys doing it. But it's a good thing that she enjoys doing it because she is able to spend more time doing it than I probably would, because I'm like, yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, that looks nice. Cool. Yeah, cool. Price? Pfft, no. But she's like got her finger on that pulse. And so when I see a price and go, are you nuts? She's like, it's actually a pretty good price for this size, and all that kind of stuff. So she's pretty good. No, I'm close to everything. You're too far away. Yeah, that's probably true. All right. Well, first things first. One first thing I'm going to talk. We're going to kind of go backwards a little bit. We'll talk about the fun night that we had on Sunday night, where the Dice Tower crew kind of once we got the truck loaded up and everything, we went to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. That was a fun thing. So we'll talk about that later. But then going backwards after that, Saturday night, they did a little thing called a game exchange. And basically what that is all of the attendees bring in something. that either they own or and is really in good shape, or it's something that is still in shrink that they're just not going to get to, or they bought it specifically for the game exchange. And so everybody puts stuff in. The Dice Tower also puts a bunch of stuff into it so that there's enough for everybody, and then some. To get something, and it's basically what we do. What they do is they take your badge at the beginning of the event on Saturday night, and then they put it in a big stack. They shuffle all the stacks together, and then just one by one go through the entire stack, and the person can come up when their name is called, grab any game or bundle off of the table that they would like, and that's cool. The last person to get called actually gets a free ticket to the next Dice Tower retreat, and on top of the games that they're able to get. So once you go all the way through the stack, and that person is awarded, that last person gets their game and then is awarded the free ticket to next year's retreat. They go backwards through the piles. So it's an interesting thing. So and it was really cool because I was able to pick up a couple of games that I haven't been able to pick up yet. And it's neat because I played this at Gen Con, and they were selling it at Gen Con, but they sold out. And then also at Dice Tower East, we saw this being played. Jess and Dante saw this being played, and they were like, "Oh, that looks really cool. I really want to learn how to play that game." I was able to play it at Gen Con, and so I was like, well, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look for it and see if they have it there at the gift exchange. Sure enough, they did. They had 2 copies that were still in shrink. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to keep my eye on those, and when my name gets called, that's going to be where I go, because I knew that Jess wanted to play it. I've already played it, and I want to get it. I wanted to get it to cover it here on the dice, here on the Flipside, and so I'll keep my eye on it. And sure enough, we were up there, kind of just making sure people were, not taking a whole lot of time to make their decision to try to keep the event moving. And sure enough, both copies went away well before I picked up my name was called. So I was like, well, all right, well, I'll find something else. Who cares? It's a free game. And so I started looking around, and kind of the way they had it set up was that one half of the table was new games in shrink, and the other half was games that had been opened. They were used, but they were in good shape. So I was like, let me go over there, because I had already looked at all the new stuff, and I was like, well, some of that stuff, I didn't have a lot of space either, so I had to be I had to take something small. And sure enough, was going on the used side, and lo and behold, there's a copy of Cities sitting there, and it came out of the library, because I believe they've already reviewed it over there, and so this is one of the games that got put in. And so I got the library copy of Cities, and it's pretty cool because if you've ever been to the Dice Tower East or Dice Tower West or the Retreat or anything like that, they always have this stolen from the Dice Tower on the inside of it. But now this one says, since it was given away, it says no longer stolen from the Dice Tower. So that was a pretty interesting thing that they did. So I'm looking forward to getting this to the table with Jess to see how she likes it. I've already played it. I really did enjoy my play of it. I want to play it some more to see how far down that road I can get as far as liking Cities. And then I also picked up when we were going back through the list. So we go all the way down, and then the last person gets 2 choices, and they get their free ticket to next year. As we were going back up, I picked up Gorinto, and Gorinto is from Grand Gamers Guild, and I actually played this at Origins this year. Me and a few of the other Love Thy Nerd guys went and sat down and played this one, and it's really interesting. So I was looking for it there, And I played it late, so I wasn't able to pick it up at Origins, but it stayed on my radar. And this is actually an exclusive Barnes & Noble game. Oh, dear. So this is really cool. And I think hopefully we're going to be able to cover it a little bit later on, because I haven't really heard about this one very much. It is not a brand new game, but hadn't heard of it. It flew underneath my radar, so it's probably underneath somebody else's as well. So I want to score this. I want to talk about this. Move the elements, earn tiles, and score wisdom. All right, so that's Gorinto. So those are the two games that I picked up at the Game Exchange at Dice Tower Retreat. It's a cool little thing that we also, I think he got the idea of it from the Gathering of Friends, which is also a cool event that I've been able to be a part of in the past as well. Peter Rowan, message retracted. What did you say, Peter? What did you do, Ray? Vanessa, I'd love to go to Halloween Horror Nights. Yeah, you need to have a SamCon. Guys, it's like you're reading my mind sometimes. It's weird. I got to talk to Daryl. He's the guy that runs Comics Con, and I've mentioned it to him before, and he said he would be interested in trying to hammer that out. So, yeah, that might be happening. Good crap, bad crap. What's up? What's up? Good to see you. Great exchange idea. Yeah, it is. It is a cool idea. Sweet decal. Yeah, this is. Are you talking about this one? Yeah. It's a cool. These are the stickers that we send out. This is the stickers that we send out usually. Nice cameo on Sam's vlog. Yeah, Tom did get in there, didn't he? Haven't played Cities, but I'd like to try it. Yeah, it's a good one. A little late, no worries, Luke. Good. Thank you for being here. Tom says, I like playing with Sam. He always pre-production games to play. Yep, that's true. I do. Reading your mind, that's a short story. Yeah. It is. You are on fire today, Eric, with your little pesky blurbs. Thank you. My internal filter went through a lot of words before it got to the ones that I approved. All right, let's see here. So, speaking of Tom's cameos on my vlogs, yes, we did get to play a lot of games, and this is going to be a little bit of a plug, because I am going to be doing some plays of this one on the channel, because a Kickstarter for this game and for this game has started today. Or maybe it's launching later on today. I don't know if it has actually gone up. Let me see. Bum, 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 bum. 25th Century. So 25th Century Games is running Empire? No, not that. There we go. So, all right, I got to share this with you guys, because this is a really cool thing that's happening right now. And it is live, as I thought, and we're going to go check it out, because it is it's a cool little thing. It's a cool little thing. So, let's see. Is that the right one? Let's see. Window, yes. Configure, notification center, no, Google Chrome, that one, yes. All right, here we go. Ready? This is what we're talking about. So this Kickstarter just launched, and this ties in to Dice Tower Retreat, because I did play these two games, Raw and Right and Razzia, a lot over the course of the retreat. I think I played each of them 4 times. Maybe Razzia I only played 3 times, but I'm pretty sure I played it 3 or 4. And so what this is, it's a reprint for the raw Pharaoh edition, which is the kind of blinged out copy, kind of blinged out version of Raw that 25th Century has already done. So they're doing a reprint of that, and they're also throwing in this little guy right here, Raw Traders, which is an expansion for the Raw edition reprint. I'm sorry, the Pharaoh edition reprint. But then they're also throwing in 2 other games that are basically, well, they're inspired by Raw. Now, when I say inspired by Raw, what I mean is they're basically playing Raw in various forms of involvement. So you have Raw and Right, which is this one right here, and then you also have Razzia. I'm saying it that way because I think that's how it's supposed to be, but it might just be Razzia. But I like calling it Razzia because it's basically mafia rats. So anyway, as you can see, it's already going on like Donkey Kong over here. 68 grand, and 20. They've smashed their goal, so that's pretty cool. But so there's a reprint edition and more. So you get this one right here. You get Raw. And then you also are going to be able to, oh wow, you can actually get acrylics. Ooh. So there's a standard edition, then there is the Pharaoh edition, and then there's the acrylic edition, then there's the Traders expansion, and you can get that in, you know, whatever, whether either the standard or the Pharaoh edition, and then you get Raw and Right, which is the game that that we played, and then you also get Razzia. Now, Razzia is basically a card game version of Raw with a different theme on it. So your mafia rats instead of the Egyptian pharaoh thing. And I will just quote Tom. Tom likes Raw. I don't know if he loves Raw. So he likes Raw, and he says that he thinks that he likes Razzia a little bit better, or Razzia a little bit better. So you can. So this is all the stuff that comes in the Pharaoh edition of the Kickstarter box. Well, in the box. I'm sorry, here's the Pharaoh edition. Sorry, that other one was the standard edition. And then you have the acrylic edition. Wow. I don't know if I like acrylics. I like the wood components. So it's pretty cool. But nice stuff. Nice stuff indeed. So this one just launched. And I think that's pretty cool. So we are friends. Now, there's also the Raw Traders, and this is something I haven't looked at a lot, so I don't know anything. I haven't played this at all, but this looks interesting. So there's a Players Edition, goods crates, small goods crates, and then more scoring tiles. Then here's the Pharaoh Edition. Ooh. All right. So very cool. Very cool. So, how to play. We played Raw and Right a lot, and I have to tell you that everybody I taught Raw and Right to loved it. And I mean that. Every single person that played Raw and Right, they loved it. Razzia, we had problems because I had the wrong rule book and I forgot to download. He sent it to me in email, but I forgot to download it. And then I forgot that he had sent it to me. And we had some rules wrong, and it was just kind of clunky. Got the new rule book, went through it a few more times after that, and it's smooth, it's fun, and like I said, Tom actually said he likes Razzia. Maybe he likes it better than the actual Raw. And this is a cool thing. Check that out. More add-ons. Game Toppers has a ancient Egypt mat that you can pick up and it comes with the storage bags. And storage bags are really cool because it's got that little window in there that you can see what the mat looks like before you open it, so you can keep them all done. So that's a pretty cool thing right there. So there's a lot of good stuff in here, just a lot of good stuff. So go check this one out. It's one that I think if you have, Raw is one of those games that is just it's kind of an evergreen. If you don't, if you've never played it before, it's still kind of relevant. It doesn't feel like it's old, but it is. It's an older game, but it just doesn't feel old. It still feels relevant. So it's one of those things where you should go check it out. So there's the plug. We'll be playing it later though, so you guys can see how it plays. But since it launched today, I wanted to show that to you so that you could go check it out. All right. So we got that there. Good to go. So Raw and Right and Razzia, maybe we'll do a, that's what we'll do on Friday. JT doesn't like Raw and Right, Roll and Rights that much, but maybe I'll ask him, and if he's agreeable to it, we'll do a double header on Friday. But we'll see. So that's a couple games that I played a lot over the weekend. Also taught Loot Dispute a couple times. This is a neat little game by Jeffrey Allers that I picked up from Gold Seal Games at Gen Con as a review copy. So we'll be reviewing this later on, but it's got some neat mechanisms. It's basically an I Split You Choose game. So that is a game that we got played a lot during I played it 2 times. And then I was also able to teach a few people how to play Tirnanog. So this is going to be one that I'm going to be reviewing. I'm leaning towards reviewing this on my live review tomorrow afternoon, and doing Mistwind on the Dice Tower. I've already talked about that though. So that's what I'm thinking about doing there. Let me get back over here. Let me see here. Luke Shirus, reading your mind. I was trying to ask what game was the most fun to play at the retreat, but my fingers flubbed the enter button before the sentence was complete. Enjoyed Raw and Right, Maribeth says. See, told you, it has launched. Yep, so many people love Raw, I just don't care for it. Yeah, that's because I wasn't one of those people who played. Okay, well, here's the thing, Vanessa. If you don't like the game Raw, it's possible that you will like one of these two. Especially Raw and Right, because Raw and Right is super chill, super duper chill, and it goes really fast. We'll do a playthrough of it, but it's really good. Sam's really got a romance going on with that Kickstarter. Not really. I just think it's a good Kickstarter. It's a great game. It's a classic game. It's a great edition of the game. The component quality is huge. Okay, you made me do it, Eric. I've got to start. Okay, first of all, okay, I hurt my knee, first of all, at the convention. So I just hurt myself, just for you, Eric. I'm trying to find, where did I put it? I know the tapes are here. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Bum 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 bum. That's where all the unmatched stuff is. Right. There's Last Light. Where is it? I'm still here, people. Don't go away. Yeah, that's all unmatched down there. You gotta get this sent off. I already put it on my shelves? Oh, maybe. Man, I'm so out of it. There's Valbara. I don't remember where half of this stuff is right now. I've just been traveling too freaking much. All right, dadgummit, I can't find it, so I can't show you. But, so to answer your question, Anthony's, or whomever it was, yes, I do have too many games right now because I can't keep track of them all. Are you okay there, Strider? Am I in your way? It's not there. It's not down there. Okay. Ooh. Excuse me. There's my better side. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to find it. I can't find it. I do have a copy of Raw. And we have played it. And it has really good component quality. And I was hopefully going to use it to shut up Eric. But anyway, it's a good game. It's a great addition of the game. And Raw and Right and Razzia are both good. Anyway, moving on. Was able to also teach Tiernanog. This is probably going to be the one that we do the live review on next week. I'm sorry, tomorrow. Let's see. Got him. He's so easy. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. What is in the floor? I would agree about Raw and Right. Totally different than Raw. Just uses the theme. Good. Is that a doggy gate he's climbing over? No, it's not. It is the stuff that came in last week. Not a huge fan of roll and rights, but if it's quick, I'd at least give it a try. It is quick. It's only about 20 to 30 minutes. Because basically what you do is you turn over, when you're the active player, you turn over 3 cards. You get to choose one of the cards to tabulate on your sheet, and then everybody else gets to choose from one of the other 2. Once 3 raw cards come up, you score the first kingdom. Then whomever's turn it is when that 3rd card showed up, they continue and finish their turn, and then you can continue going. When another 3 raw cards come up, you score the 2nd kingdom. And so forth and so on. When the 3rd set of 3 raw cards comes out, you score that kingdom, and then you tally your points, and you're done. It really does not take a long time at all. It's super fast, and it's not convoluted or complex at all. Not even close. And that's one of the beautiful things about it. It's something that is challenging. You have to make good decisions, but it's so simple. And I like that. I like that about roll and rights or flipping rights. It's actually a flipping right, not a roll and right, because you're not rolling any dice. Okay, we don't have so many games that we're having to step over them. I don't feel so bad now. I just haven't opened them all yet. Thanks for the vlog, Sam's. Thanks for the vlog, Sam. The retreat looked like a ton of fun. It is. Welcome back. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate you. That's okay. Your better side was blocked by the game box. Oh, good. Shut me up? Never going to happen. I didn't think so. All right, here we go. I'll put that like that, and then I got to close this. All right. So, a game that I got to teach twice was Mistwind, and I got to play it as a 4-player game and a 5-player game. And that rounded out my, I think that rounds out my need to try to play as many of the player counts as possible. I think the 3 and 4 player version are going to play very similarly, because neither of those player counts uses an AI. If you play 2-player or 1-player, you have AI usage. but with 3 to 4, there's no usage of AI. And then in the 5-player game, there's a little bit of a difference as well. You have to get rid of 2 action tokens instead of just 1. And you play 5 rounds instead of just 4. So I've experienced all. I've played it solo. I've played it 2-player. I've with JT. I've played it 4-player, and I've played it 5th player. And I've done that twice. I did it once at Origins this year, and then I also did it just last week at Dice Tower Retreat. So my experience with the game is complete enough, I think, for review. So that's what I'm going to shoot this afternoon. Well, after we get done here, maybe not this afternoon, but so that's coming up on the Dice Tower tomorrow. So we'd be on the lookout for that. Then I was also able to teach Forges of Ravenshire to 3 other people, and we played a 4-player game of it, and we had a blast. We had a good time. Scored well. I actually came in, I think, 3rd. Is that right? 3rd, maybe 2nd. I can't remember. I didn't win, which is normal, but enjoyed it, and I was glad that I was able to teach it. They were setting up the game, and they had their need a teacher flag, so I sat down with them and played, and then another person came and joined us, so we were able to get a 4-player game of it in. So this one is something I'm looking forward to reviewing. But got to play this again at Dice Tower East. Already talked about Blood on the Clock Tower. Played that twice. Played a game of Battlestar Galactica with Roy, Jason, Dave, Dirk, and another fellow named Clint. My goodness, what a game. What an experience. I was a Cylon from the very beginning of the game, and I spent the first half of the game basically duping everyone at the table to think that I was definitely not a Cylon. And then the second half of the game just progressed too quickly in between my turns. I couldn't do some of the things that I wanted to do, but even still, I squeaked out. The Cylons almost squeaked out a win, but the humans were able to squeak it out. I think I'd probably just wasted too much time solidifying in everybody's mind the idea that I was not the Cylon. Yes, Tom was actually. We were. Let's see. Well, I'll get to the games that I had not yet played before. You're better. What was your favorite game that you hadn't played before? We'll get to that in a minute. Never gonna shut me up. Never gonna shut me down. Yep, we've been Eric rolled. Yep, that's correct. Played Forges of Ravenshire last Sunday. Also didn't win. Can I give a spoiler about the 5-player version of Mistwind? Please do not, Tom. I'll talk about it. I'll definitely talk about it on the review tomorrow. Definitely. Getting tired of running an AI bot and a dummy player when playing solo. Did BSG bring back memories of Dark Moon and the Resistance back in the day? I love Jason's passions when he plays those types of games. Yeah, that is absolutely fun. I had Jason absolutely, completely fooled that I was not a Cylon. And it's funny because Roy hadn't played the game in a long time, and I don't know that he's ever played with, and he couldn't remember if he had played with the Final Five kind of mini expansion module that the game has, but he got a Final Five identity card at the beginning of the game, and he thought that made him a Cylon because he just looked at the card. He didn't read it because he didn't take a lot of time looking at the card because he didn't want... The way the cards are is that if you... The ones that say you are not a Cylon have like nothing on them. The ones that say you are a Cylon have a lot of text that you have to read because it gives you a reveal ability that you can turn. And so you want to know what you can do when you reveal, because if you look at your card again during the game, you're like telegraphing to everybody that you're a Cylon. And there's only like one other chance that you have to look at your card, because there's another reveal once the fleet makes it 4 spaces in the jumps, then you're able to you get another identity card, and so at that point you can look at it. But so he didn't take a lot of time reading his card. He just thought he was a Cylon. And so throughout the course of the game, of course, I'm playing as definitely a Cylon, and I'm playing like I'm a human to get everybody to think that I'm not a Cylon. And I had everybody going. And at one point, Roy tries to brig me, and I'm like, "You're gonna brig me?" You know? And I'm just like, I'm definitely not a Cylon. I've been blowing Cylons out of space hardcore every single turn the entire game, and you're gonna brig me? And so I was like, maybe he's the other Cylon, and he knows I'm the Cylon. And I'm like, what in the world? So I thought that's what he was doing. So, but everybody else thought I was not a Cylon. And so everybody else was like, no, we can't let him get brigged. And of course I didn't get brigged, but we wasted a lot of cards doing it. And that's kind of another thing that, Cylons can do to make the human players use cards on something frivolous, so that they don't have the right cards when one of the big crisis cards comes, and that hits them hard. That's one of the things you try to do. But I had it so, I had everybody convinced I was not a Cylon, but I spent too long building that narrative. And so the other player, Clint, was sitting next to me, and he wasn't a Cylon at the beginning of the game, but on the halfway through the game, when you get another card, he got a card that says you are a Cylon. And so he just almost like right off the bat, he started doing, there was a spot where we were in a dire circumstance, and there were like 5 civilian card tokens on the backside of Galactica. And there were a lot of raiders back there, but there was one that wasn't in that area. And so when he was going through, he got a crisis card or something like that. It said that we had to destroy a certain number of civilian ships, and he basically talked us into believing that it wasn't going to be as bad. And so when he played that, he removed the one that wasn't in the section that was bad, where we kind of thought all of those were going on. So I was like, huh. And then after that, I was like, why did you do that? Because that guy was safe. He wasn't going to get hurt. All these guys were going to get lost. So you should have lost one of those. And so that kind of telegraphed that he was a Cylon. So they hung him out to dry. And so he revealed, and he's on the resurrection ship, and he's doing his Cylon stuff from there on. So that goes a couple of turns, and it comes back to him, and he doesn't know what he wants to do on his turn. And so I look over, and I'm like, you should do this, and then you should maybe do that over there, but you make the decision, you choose. And at that point, Jason goes, is Sam a Cylon? What? Is he evil? And he was so flabbergasted. It was just so funny. But after that, it was too late in the game. We really couldn't do much. Fooling Jason has to be a win. It is absolutely a win. I lost. I did not care. I had Jason right here wrapped around my pinky finger. He had no idea at all that I was a Cylon. So that is super fun. Really enjoyed it. Let's see. Have you played Clank Catacombs with Layers and Lost Chambers? No, I haven't played it. I have played Catacombs. I haven't played with the expansion, though. First time I played BSG, I was a Cylon and didn't read through everything. Yeah, it's one of those games where, see, Dirk and Dave are David is one that he always asks if I want to play Cylon with by BSG with him at a convention that frequent together. It's just a game that he absolutely loves. Him and Dirk both love the game. We actually used Dirk's copy of the game that has like totally been blinged out with acrylics and tokens and all of this other kind of stuff. And so when you play the game with people like that and you kind of understand how the game works, that's probably the best way to play it. But coming into it brand new and playing it with other people who have played the game, it can be a little overwhelming. So I totally understand that feeling, but it's one of those games, I think, Ambi, you'd definitely be able to wrap your head around it. You're used to playing all the heavier games, and it's basically just a negotiation. Well, I don't mean to understate it, but it basically just has a whole lot of negotiation, a whole lot of social interaction and reading and kind of paying attention to what people are doing, so that you can kind of try to use that to help you deduce what side of the river they're on. Totally sounds like Jason's response. We need an extended cut. Pretty please. Well, I don't have an extended cut. What you saw in the vlog is what I recorded. If you have extra footage, no, we don't. But we did have a great group. It was a great game of BSG. A lot of fun, but it's hard to get played, and I'm not sure who owns it in our group anymore. Yeah, that is. So that was BSG. Played a game of Invincible, the hero building game. That was very fun. I was very pleased with that. I only played the introductory scenario of it, but I really enjoyed that game. It was very cooperative, and I have watched a few of the episodes of Invincible, so I'm familiar with the IP, but I haven't watched all of it, and I don't know that I would say I'm a fan of the IP, but the game was very fun because it was very cooperative, and it wasn't just cooperative that we're all just working together. No, you're actually helping the other people. You're able to talk, hey, I have this and I can help you do that, and if you wait to do that, let me do this first, and then I'll be able to help you more. It's that kind of cooperation. Really fun, really fun. And from what I understand, it's also very challenging once you get outside of the introductory scenario. So that was that one. And the second one, well, that one is one of the games that Tom is talking about. Where, what was your favorite that you hadn't played before? And I think Peter also asked, what was your most fun to play at the retreat? And as far as games that I have not yet played before, Invincible, the hero building game, and the Mandalorian Adventures. Those are the two that I enjoyed the most that I had never played before. Really enjoyed both of those games. The Mandalorian Adventures is one of those games that I'm going to actively seek now to get to purchase, because first of all, I'm a huge The Mandalorian fan, and really enjoy that series, really enjoy what they're doing with that. I'm looking forward to the movie, but really enjoyed my play of that. Really enjoyed. Roy taught me and another gentleman, Joseph, how to play, and we had a blast. It was a really good time. We tried this mission first, then we failed it, and we tried it again, and we accomplished it, but that's kind of how it works, I think. You have to kind of learn how to play the game, but then you also have to learn how you should be playing your character as well. And it comes with a truckload of characters in the game. I think I want to say there's 8 different characters in the game. Maybe that's just, I didn't actually count them. I'm just going from memory, and I want to say there's 6 or 8 different characters that you can play in the game that are playable. So that one's going to be one that I actually actively seek right now, because I was kind of on the fence about it, but once I played it, and Roy was telling me about it at Gen Con, and he said he really enjoyed it, and he taught it to me at the retreat, I'd enjoy it too. So that one's going to be one that I actively seek out. Let's see here. I'm so glad you're back. Oh, Jesse, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Seeing you when I can. Jess, check your texts if you're still here. Hey, we got a new order. Somebody wants a t-shirt. All right. Well, that's cool. All right. I'll be sending out a t-shirt. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Friend of mine works for Unexpected Games and actually helped with the design of Mando Adventures. Whoa, I've yet to play it. You need to go check it out. It's really fun. Really, really fun. Oh, that went up my nose. Ew, gross. Blah, blah, blah. All right. So here's the start of things that just kind of came in. This is one that is Kagoon. And this looked like an interesting game. Well, this is one that, and I got to read my emails, but this is one that the designer reached out and asked if I would cover, and I told him that I'd be willing to receive the copy. But just a little card game. And yeah, the rules are, oh no, there's English rules in here. Cool. So the objective is to match pairs of Kagoon cards in front of oneself to later strengthen them by forming a chain of points with the large Kagoon symbols with the goal of accumulating the highest number of points. At least 10 and controlling victory before the others. Round consists of 2 phases starting from the first player. First phase, each player announces their action. Second phase, they carry out their action. So it's interesting. It's not a very, like, this is the rules, you know what I'm saying? It's not a difficult looking game, but it looks interesting. So I wanted to take a look at it. So this is one that we'll be talking about on the channel. They actually sent it to us for that purpose. But the guy is from France, and we're going to be taking a look at it. Is it a 2-player only game? I think it is. No, 2 to 4. All right. But, yeah. All right, don't need that card. That's French as well. Please tell me they gave me another one of those. Oh! Oh, they didn't. Oh. Oh, okay, there is English on this. Okay, that's fine. So this is the first player card token. So we'll keep that one, but this one we don't need because that's all French. Anyway, this is all that comes in the game, just cards. And we'll be taking a look at it later on, but it'll be an interesting thing. I'm looking forward to that one. But anyway, this is one that came in while we were gone. Is there something else in there? Or is that just the, yeah, that's just the paperwork. All right, so that goes there. That's one. So now we're moving into the unboxing session. So here is another. This one is from Praetorian Board Games. And so this is one that is another Kickstarter that's coming to bear. But this is one that we have done some stuff on. And we've played a good number of times. And this is the expansion for Castlescapes. And this is a prototype copy as well. So let's go ahead and get down to the table and we'll get to take a look at this. So this is called the Gates and Guilds expansion for Castlescape. And we have done some stuff with it already. Again, this is prototype. So as you can see, there's a little paper here. Thank you for being a previewer or reviewer, first off. Thank you for da-da-da. A few things about the prototype and a QR code for the actual rule book. So that's pretty frugal, saving that money instead of making all of this. So anyway, some more tiles that come in, some more tokens, and some 3D printed gates. And that's pretty cool. I like it. Those are pretty neat. But it's definitely 3D printed, you could tell. But 3D printing helps out, makes, you can get pretty close, you know what I'm saying? So let's see here. You have guilds. It looks like the Architects Guild, the Bankers Guild. Put this back here, maybe. I'll put this out here. Boom. These are pretty neat pieces too. And the Gatekeepers Guild, the Orator, and the Thieves. So those are some guilds that come in here, and then you also have gates that come in the game as well, so that's pretty neat. I'm actually looking forward to giving this one a whirl. But this came in, and I think it's going to be something that we'll enjoy. So go ahead and put that in. So that is Gates and Guilds from Praetorian Board Games. All right, that can go back in its box. Then I was also able to purchase, but I was also able to play one of the Dice Tower Retreat attendees was able to pick up a copy of Deliverance during the game exchange. Gosh, why couldn't I remember that? Because I'm getting old, that's why. And they asked me while we were there, would you be willing to, would I be willing to teach them how to play? And I said, absolutely. So on Sunday, after the church service, the worship service, I got to teach Deliverance to 3 people, a man, his wife, and another guy who shared my name. His name was Sam. And that was a pretty cool thing. So that leads me into this bad boy right here that came in. This is coming to Kickstarter in, I think, 3 weeks. And if you got the original version, if you have Deliverance, this, I've played it twice. I've played it twice with some of the new angels that come in it, and I've played it twice with some of the new evil people that come in it. And this is, if I can use a word that the kids use today, this is fire. This is something that's really, really good. If you have Deliverance, this is almost like an auto buy for you. So please keep that in mind. Anyway, that's coming soon. And Andrew was kind enough to send me a copy of it. So let's go ahead and take a look. Get down to the table. There we go. Wasn't me. Let's see here. Do your shirts come in tall sizes? Luke says. I don't know that we have, I don't know that they are actual, I mean, they are not actual tall sizes, but these shirts are not short, if I can put it that way. Being a bigger guy, let me go ahead and go back up here real quick before we get down there. Being a bigger guy, I used to hate shirts that were not long enough. They never, you know, the ones that wouldn't cover my belly, you know, that kind of stuff. And these are not that way. Now, I'm not as big as I used to be, but these like are properly long. But again, and I do have a longer torso. I have genetically short legs, but I have a long torso. That's like a Healy trait. And so what would normally fit a person my size sometimes doesn't, because the shorts are shorter. The shirts are shorter, but these are not like that. So take that for what it's worth. We don't have actual, and the reason I say these is because this shirt here is from the same company, and is actually the same color as the ones that we sell. So they're not tall as in specifically made for tall people, but they're also not weird shaped or weird sizes. Wasn't me. I got plenty of cleaning rags for the moment. Wow, Eric. Jeez. Et tu, Brute. Actually, the shirt looks cool. Must be Jesse's design. It wasn't. But I will allow her to take... Well, no, I won't, because it was a graphic designer that sent us our new shirts. I'm so excited for the Delivers Expanse Kickstarter this month. When are the FOBG shirts with Vincent Dutrait artwork coming out? Probably never, because I can't afford Vincent. Man, come on. We got to cue the banjo for Deliverance. Yeah, that's pretty much sure. You sure got a pretty meeple. You sure got a pretty meeple. Huh? You sure got a pretty meeple. I don't know what that means. David, you'll have to explain yourself. All right, here we go. Let's get down to the table. Boom. All right, so Deliverance. Council of the Fallen. New Angels. So you get 1, 2, 3. I think there's more than 3. I think there's 4. I think there's 5 or 6 new meeples, new angels. But I'm going to open this up. So again, you have, check that out, a scenario book. This is the new campaign book for the expansion. And this is a new set of just scenarios, I believe, that you can go through, that set up different circumstances and all that kind of stuff. I think this is an addition that he made based on, you know, feedback that he's getting from a lot of different people. And then, of course, you have the campaign. You have the campaign that comes in the other one. He's also given me another smaller campaign that was just like a fan release in between these two. But anyway, that's those. Looks like he sent, yeah, these are all of the different standees, all of the new talent cards, and new darkness cards, new battle cards, new prayer cards, new heavenly treasure cards, new Prince Darkness cards, all of that kind of stuff. So that's that. So let's take a look at some of these people real quick. I want to go over the angels first, because all of these guys are bad guys. We don't want to give them their... All right, so here we go. Check this out. So my favorite one so far, boom, that dude right there, Damascus. He is a beast. I love this dude. He's so cool. So I don't know. He's just super cool. Loved playing both times that I've played. He's played with this, but I did pay attention. Ariel is something else. Cora, also great. These are all good, okay? These are all good characters. And yes, I was right. Let me see, will this work? Yes. Pirta, Juan, Damascus, Ariel, and Cora. These are the 5 new dudes that come out, the angels. And so this is like an ice version. I love the halos on these. All of the halos look different, and I love that. So cool. Each of the halos are just a little bit different. But they look great. Look great, and they really play fun as well. So those are the 5 new angels that are coming out. Where is... Ah, there he is. Nebuchadnezzar. So there's also going to be this kind of like a familiar. It's Nezi, the winged lion. And so this is a kind of like a companion that one of the angels can take with them. And it gives you some free actions, and it gives you a couple of other actions that you can do, Alpha Hunter or Heart of Man. And it is really fun. It's like an ally, not a companion, an ally that you can take around. But the cool thing about it is, though, that Nezi acts like an angel. So if all of the other angels get knocked out, Nezi can pray in order to get to revive an angel. So that's a cool thing. But anyway, this is a really cool addition to the expansion and to the game, I think, to have the ability to have allies. So that's really cool. All right, then you also have, you know, these are more tokens and so forth that are used for the game. Different, what are they called? Effects and so forth. Have new player aids, it looks like. Yeah, those are new player aids. And then you have new boards. Wow. I haven't actually looked at all of these yet. So, look at that. That looks really cool. A church on the inside. So you can fight inside of a church. That's pretty cool. I don't know what that is. Oh, it looks like an office building. Oh, okay, I see it now. Office building on one side. This is like an underworld or something like that. I don't know. That just looks like a park or something like that. Maozim, Prince of Fortresses. What? I don't even know. I don't even know what this is. I haven't seen this yet. This is new. It's a floating fortress. During setup, attach this map tile to the battlefield with at least one entrance accessible. Then stage its battle card with the Spire, Forge, and Crystal. If the Spire, Forge, and Crystal are each defeated, Maozim is defeated. One entrance on Maozim's title must be accessible at all times. The Spire, Forge, and Crystal each have their own health pools. Dude, this is like, that's pretty freaking cool. What the heck? Now I'm super interested in what that is. I don't know that I like the color combos on that, but it fits with all of this other green that's going on, so. Ooh, look at that. That's cool. I like the artwork. The artwork is really good. So that's the tiles. And then, save the worst for last. So Grotesque, a new demon. Stone Watcher, each Grotesque gains 2 shield. The actions. Perch, Grotesque engages the nearest angel, then deals 2 damage. If damage was dealt, Grotesque moves to the nearest barrier or as close to it as possible. Flying Menace, Grotesque engages the angel with the lowest health and deals 2 damage. Add 1 to this damage if Grotesque was adjacent to a barrier before movement. Oof. Dive Bomb. Grotesque moves adjacent to the nearest angel, then deals 1 damage to each angel in range. Add 1 damage add 1 damage per shield on Grotesque, divided however players choose, then reduce its shield to 0. Huh. So, Grotesque. Looks like it might be like a gargoyle type. Yeah, it's a gargoyle type character. Gargoyles are in the middle, are in the last game, I thought. I can't remember. Men once added these carvings to their stonework to ward away evil. Yeah, okay, so it's gargoyles. Deceived by demons to believe the fallen ones would protect them, corrupted to emulate the visage of the Gothic carvings they inspired, the grotesques hate the image of man to such a deep degree that they beg for violence from them, from those they watch from above, cursed to live in eternity of stone, reflective of the heart within them. That's cool. Well, not cool, but fitting. Slime ball. Wow. Well, I'm not going to spend too much time on these, but I'm going to show you. The grinning satyr. So satyrs are in. Germinate. Angels must each test 7+ on failure. That angel is dealt 1 damage and gains gloom. What does gloom do? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, David, thank you. I just read your answer. Oh, you're live, Sam. I thought I was clocking in a video you posted. Yes. So what does gloom do? Gloom, if the bearer would heal or gain shield, first reduce that amount by 2, then remove gloom. Oh my. Then there are also a veil. So you place between 2 spaces. Angels may not calculate range through the veil unless they are adjacent. Veil may replace a squall, then a squall on the battlefield. So a squall placed between 2 spaces when an angel moves through this boon, add 1 bonus movement. So that's pretty cool. It's like like a push. Then there's also incense and prudence, and then you have blight and gloom as the new things that are coming out. Then there's a little bit of a different round phase, so that's pretty neat. You also have dark acolytes. Oh, here they are, gargoyles. So I remember seeing them, at least. An abyssal hound. And then the 2 demons, the 2 big bads are Redbud, the cursed tree, and Zebub, Lord of Flies. There we go. So those are the big bads that come in it as well. And I also think that there are going to be some surprises in the game too. So these are all the things that he has sent that we can show and talk about, but there is some stuff that are going to be surprises, if we can say it that way. All right, well, we're just going to put all this stuff in here like so. But really looking forward to getting this to the table some more. I think it's going to be a blast. But we're not going to go through all of that stuff. Just going to put all this in. And that is Council of the Fallen. And again, all that was prototype. So not necessarily going to be the same. Put that over there. Come back up here. And last, man, it's already been an hour and a half. Woo! Last but not least, I did get another game in that is a Kickstarter fulfillment. Now, full disclosure, I did not back this, but it was given to me as a thank you for doing a component spotlight video for the stuff that is coming in this game. So what we're going to try to do here is we're going to try, there, that's a little bit better. All right. So like so. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, now what we're gonna do, so I don't show you my address, is we're gonna put this down here, like so. And then we're just gonna pull stuff out of here. Okay, just like that. And then just like that, and like that. Bubbles. Bubbles! Okay, gotta stand up. Man, why are these boxes so big? Maybe I can pull these out. Yep, I can. Bing. 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 And bing. Ooh, that's just like... That is weird. Will that do that? Watch this. Come on. Let's go. Go in there. Oh, now it doesn't do it. Because it doesn't have the static electricity anymore. There, it did it a little bit. See? Static electricity? That's weird. That's pretty funny, though. I know, I'm a goof. All right, here we go. Oh, that one's light. But here we go. And this one's the heavy one. Ooh! So these two biggies came in. And what we'll do is we will open the smaller one first, because I think it'll have less stuff in it. Tiny bubbles make me happy. We could see it when it opened, when it happened, haunted game and all. Sam the science guy. I missed the final score of Sam versus Jason at the retreat. That's because I didn't give it. Second half of the retreat, Jason is very much a... he gets very excited about stuff very easily. We all know this. He's also one of those that if the bigwigs are all sitting at a table, he wants to be there. Because he enjoys those kinds of conversations, those kinds of situations. And there was a lot of times where some of the bigwigs were all at the same table, so he had to be there. So we didn't get a whole lot played in the second half of the week. The first couple of days, we got a lot more played together than we did in the last half of the week, because it just wasn't, you know, our schedules weren't meshing. Let's put it that way. That's the best way to put it. Because, yeah, that's just the way it went. So there wasn't an actual, I can say this, I mean, we did do 2 games of Blood on the Clock Tower. He was the storyteller. I was one of the characters. Both games of that I won, but I don't really count those. Every other game that I played with Jason, he beat me. I didn't beat Jason at all once, ever, which I knew was what was going to happen. So there you have it. I have to jump into a meeting. All right, see you later, Luke. Let's see. Favorite game of last weekend? Probably The Mandalorian Adventures. That was probably my favorite game. That or Invincible, the hero building game. Maybe you've covered what Dice Tower Retreat was like already. Yeah, I have. The new characters look great. Top-notch production too. Only played base game once, says Michael. It's on my wish list, yeah. We could see when it happened. Let's see. Have to jump into the meeting. Are the key lime pies as heavenly as Tom says? If you like key lime pie, yes. I'm not a huge pie proponent, and I'm even less of a key lime pie proponent. It's not that I don't enjoy, like, my favorite is coconut cream pie. Coconut cream pie is more delightful than any key lime pie ever created in the face of man, in the history of man. But with that having been said, the key lime pies that Tom orders in from this lady that has her business in Homestead are divine. They are very good. because I really like them, and I'm not a huge fan of key lime pies. All of the, the one that I had at the retreat was the raspberry key lime pie. It was raspberry white chocolate. Oh, so good. Such a good pie. And yeah, that was fun. That was actually a fun part of the thing too, because I actually got there. I was able to be. I was right in between Laura, Tom's wife, and Sharon Madden, the person who was directing everything, and we were we were slinging pies like there was no tomorrow. We were, cutting them up into 8 slices each and putting them out on plates, and other people were coming and taking those plates and taking it over to. That was really fun. I really enjoyed doing that. That was fun. And then I got to enjoy my own piece of raspberry key lime pie, raspberry white chocolate key lime pie, and it was really good. It was really good. So those pies are not what you would normally think of as being a key lime pie. And if you have ever had a key lime pie and it's not from somewhere in Florida, you probably haven't tasted a real key lime pie yet. You've only tasted a flavored key lime pie. And this lady does a great job. I don't remember her name, but she has her own little business in Homestead. I think it's in Homestead. It might be in one of the other towns, but she does a tremendous job, and they're very, very good. But I'm not a huge proponent of key lime pie, but those pies are good. So hopefully that answers your question. Now I'm hungry. Coconut cream pie is amazing. It absolutely is. Coconut cream pie is the best pie. Except for pumpkin pie, with a generous dollop of whipped cream on top. That is a strong contender. I'm going to have to say pumpkin pie is my favorite. Pecan pie is right behind that. And then coconut cream pie is a very close third. So pumpkin, pecan, coconut cream. My top 3. Mango Lime Cheesecake Factory with coconut in the crust. Oh my. Thank you too. Got to check out Miss Debbie's Sweet Delights Bakery next time I'm in that area. Yes, absolutely. All right, let's get down to the table and crack these things open so we can be done and I can get to recording my review of Mistwind. All right, we're going to turn this over, and where did it go? Oh my goodness. Did I misplace my... I certainly... Oh, there it is. All right, got it. All right, here we go. So, let's get that off of there. So this is a Kickstarter that ran a while ago, and this was actually one of the first Kickstarter crowdfunding related videos that we put up on the channel a while back, and I didn't even know that they were going to send me a copy of the game. I don't remember them saying that they were, so I have no idea. Had no idea that this is on the way. It showed up, and I was like, well, okay, here it is. Daggum, this thing is heavy. Put that right there, just like that. So then we're going to go here like this. All right. So it's called Harikiri Emperor's Legacy, or Blades of Honor, rather. And I think Emperor's Legacy is the expansion. You're killing me, Sam. Pie for lunch. Oh, yeah. All right. Hi, Strider. How are you doing, buddy? I know. I put your stuff all in your way, didn't I? Okay, so as you can see, it is definitely a miniatures game. Yeah. I mean, is there any, is there any question at this point that this is a miniatures game? All right, gotta do this. go. Tape on these is very good for oh my gosh, it's so annoying. Very good for transit. Very annoying for me. Just saying. Man, I can't go through all of this, but good night. This gives you an idea of what I'm talking about. All right. So this is custom dice, some acrylic tokens, more custom dice, and player colors. So you get the idea there. But really good. Miniature quality is really good. Really, really good. And I wish I could had an angle. Oh, well, I guess I do, don't I? So let me see if it'll work. I'll try to get it done for you. Let's see. Delete that shot and come in with a new one. Let's do video capture from Sam Healy's iPhone camera. And there it goes. All right, here we go. Let's see here. So we have a, there we go. All right, so as you can see, miniature quality and detail is pretty stinking cool. And yes, that's a lot of plastic. So you kind of get the idea though, right? A lot of neat stuff. So I'm going to hop back and take out the next one. So we'll put this away. And let's see, we'll put that in there for right now. Get another one. That. Probably this over here. There we go. All right, now these I'll be able to show you a little bit better. Did I? Yeah, wrong. So now as we come back, check this dude out. Oh no, I dropped him. I mean, dude is definitely a bad guy, but my goodness, look at the detail. Look at that detail. Super good. That's one. This is one of the coolest miniatures in the game. I mean, it's kind of strange and super demonic, but dude is riding a floating head. So I don't know exactly what's going on because I don't know all the lore of the game, but dude's riding a floating head. You have some harpies in there. I don't know what this dude is. This dude looks like a monkey lion or something like that. A monkey with a funky tail. I don't know. Pretty interesting though. It goes like that. And this dude's laughing about something. I don't know what he's so happy about, but he's happy. So that goes in there. Then we can come back over here. Another one. Yeah, let's take this one out. This is a big one. Oh, man, that's a big one. What? Why do they have an empty thing? That's cool. This is like an empty tray thingy. I really like that. But it looks like there's going to be some more people in there. Oh, I know. That has to go. Okay, I get you. I get you. It's for underneath this dude. I gotta. Okay, we'll get this big bad dude out here and show him off. Ah, tape. Killing me, Smalls. sharing with you my displeasure. That tape stuff is just so to me. I don't like it. But this dude, check. Oh, he's actually tied in. All right. I see y'all. I got you. I'm not going to flip it over, but I got to take that off because now that dude can be set free. Bam! Check this freaking dude out. That's a chunk of plastic right there, dude. And this is not floppy at all. That's straight as a freaking arrow. My goodness. All right, here we go. I'm showing you a close-up coming up right now. Bam. Got to head out. Thanks for answering my question, Sam. You're welcome. I know you hear this all the time, but I'm so happy you're back. Thank you. I appreciate you, buddy. Found your FOBG from there. Good, good, good. Thank you, man. Check this dude out. Definitely bad guy. And when I say cool, you got to understand, I'm not saying that the evil is cool. All I'm saying is the product is cool. The amount of detail, how well this has been produced. That's what I'm talking about is cool. I mean, you know, we used to talk about mold lines as far as, you know, that stuff is concerned. Okay, there's one. That's a mold line. I got it. But unless I was looking for it, that might just be, you know, the crease of a shirt or something like that. That is a well-placed mold line. I don't see any other mold lines on this guy. None. And, you know, the usual places are like up at the head or on the neck or something. And I'm just not seeing the mold lines, y'all. This is something else. This is great detail. My goodness. Unreal. Unbelievable. No, not yet. Let's go to some of the other ones here. Let's see. Oh, we got a little dude. Oh, look at that. To show you how small this guy is. Bink. Womp. Little tiny dude. Other things that are in here. Oh, we have E Honda. Look at that. We have Groot. I'm just kidding. That's not who these people are. These miniatures look freaking awesome, though. So cool. Well done. And how does this guy fit in there? Kersmacky. Just like that. That is something else. And then this goes right on top of that, just like that. And we already showed you that. So what else do we have in here? Alright, we're just going to see. Can we just show you the... You kind of get the idea without going through all that plastic and tape, yeah? Jeez Louise, these people are evil, but the production quality is off the freaking charts. Synergy Games knocked this one out of the park as far as production quality is concerned. I have no idea how the game plays, but my goodness gracious. This is something else. All right, so this one's going to go back in here. Like that, and then another one gets put on there just like that. Then these two go in here like that, and then this one goes in here. So that is an entire box, huge box of miniatures. So that is that. Okay, so that's that. Now we actually open the box, the game. That was just the miniatures. Good night. I can't express. This is probably, does it have the weight on this? Maybe it does. How much does this thing weigh? No, of course it doesn't. But my goodness gracious. This is a heavy. Let's see. I'm curious, so I have to look. All right, so the packing list here. Does it have the weight? Come on, have the weight. Of course it doesn't. Nope. No weight to be seen. Bah! I don't see it. But my goodness gracious. Such a huge game. All right, here we go. Here's the other box. This is the one that actually has all of the other game components in it. And there's a very ugly dude on the back of it. It looks like a cross. I don't know. He just looks really ugly. I don't like the way he looks. You see him there? The little ball-headed guy? Ball-headed guys don't look that great. Anyway. Check this little dude out. Weight would be on the shipping label. Yeah, no, I don't see. It's not on the shipping label. That's the first place I looked. Weight is not on the shipping label. None. No weight. No weight listed at all. Look at that. And that dude right there, he's ugly. I don't like him. I think he's a trash monkey. Well, I mean, the other dudes are ugly too, yeah, but he's like super ugly. So, there you have it. All right. Gosh, this thing is so... Oh my goodness. What? All right, boom. Here we go. Okay, player trays, I'm thinking. I'm liking it already. Player trays. I think that's what it is, with lids. And so then this comes out. And look at all of these cards. I'm not going to open all of these. This is a lot of stuff. Artwork is amazing, though. I will say that. But there are too many cards to go over. I'm not just like oofing and groaning. Exploration phase rule. Oh no. Okay. Here's the player aid for the adventure phase, and here's the player aid for the exploration phase. That's a little disconcerting. And then there is one rule book for each phase. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let me close this. And then, sorry, I'm having to do some... Oh, what in the world? What happened? Oh, I think I know what happened. I'm sorry. Lights, camera. I'm very, very sorry. Nope, can't see him. Yeah, sorry, that's my bad. The thing is that there is a fade to black. There's a fade to black button on my ATEM Mini, and it's right on the corners. So if it gets brushed or anything like that, that's what happens. Anyway, so what I was showing you earlier was it comes with these player boxes, and this is the lid, and this is the bottom half of it, I guess. Are all of them the same? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, they're all the same. So, and each one has their own lid. Boom, like that. So that's pretty cool. That's what I was showing you. Here is the exploration phase player aid and the adventure phase player aid. And then each of them have their own rule book as well. So I don't know how I feel about that. I guess that might be cool. But if you have, maybe you only play one phase of each for each game, and they're both kind of hefty. I don't know that much about the game, because the first time they didn't actually send me a prototype of the game. They just sent me component. It was like a component spotlight that I did for them. And that's all they sent me. They just sent me, and they didn't even send me all of the components. They just sent me like a, kind of like just a, I don't know, a sampler almost. But anyway, this is what the rule book looks like. So, not bad. But the fact that we have two different rule books for two different phases of the game, that's disconcerting for me. All right, so they did send me a, oh, man, the more I dig into this thing, the more I'm getting excited. Because look at that. Act 2? Oh, the suspense is killing me. So this is the board. And I think this is the exploration phase. And the other side, I think, this is the exploration phase where you're exploring the board, I think. And then I think this is the other phase. What is it called? The no. This is the exploration phase, and the other one is the adventure phase, I think. But I could be wrong. But I am pretty sure that one side is used for one phase and the other side is used for the other. So, all right. And we're not necessarily going to open all of these, but you know, we're not going to punch out all of these, but I do want to open it up just to see how things are looking in here. Come on. There we go. Got it. All right, let's go. Come on. If Strider starts snoring, you know it's time to hurry. Yeah, could be backwards. I'm just looking at some of the tiles that are on the board for the artwork. Looks really good. I think it's double-sided. Yep. So that's all I'm really wanting to show you right now is the artwork that's on the actual tiles, so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. But these are really neat. Look, I love the artwork of these. So I'm like super down right now, even with the anxiety that the 2 rule books has given me. So Hikaru and Tamashi looks like a couple of players that you can be in it. Then there's also Akira, Hattori, and Tomoe right there. And then you have Byakue and Akane and Hanako right here. It looks like these might be little spots for activation cubes or something like that. So these are going to punch out and you put a die in them. That's going to be cool. So anyway, that's part of it. And then we have this punch board. It looks like those are probably player colors. And I don't know what all of this stuff is. Yep, definitely. Oh, and it looks like one player is going to be that color. Huh. All right. But this is like, what is that? Oh my goodness. Look at, oh, my. This is stuff that gets me excited because I love the possibilities that it hints at. You know what I mean? So, all right. So this looks like it's just a divider, so we're going to throw that out of the way. Oh dear. I'm not going to look at all of this, but I'm going to thumb through it. Dude. Dude. Look at all of this material. And the artwork is amazing. But look at all this material. Look how thick that book is. Oh, man. Dude, I am incensed. Not incensed, that's not the right word. But Act 2, same thing. Look at all this stuff. And the Japanese mythology theme is kicking. I mean, it is kicking. This is something else, y'all. What is all this stuff? Nothing in there. That's just a placeholder, I guess. Everybody gets their own book, it looks like. Whoa. Woo! Look at that. Wow. Okay. I'm being a dork, I know, but hey, I'm allowed to geek out about some stuff, right? Come on. There we go. Boom. All right. Look at these. These are player boards, I bet you, and they fit in those boxes, I bet you. Double layered player boards, y'all. Look at that. This is really cool. All right, let's see. How do they work? I gotta find out. Do they fit in there? Looks like they might. I don't know. Gotta see. Oh, looky. Woo-wee! That's something else, dude. I know nothing about the game. How it plays, I know very little about the game. But this alone, it's like a storage thing for other parts of your character probably. And that sits in there like that, and then you've got one of these little dudes that goes on top of it. And that's your player. Dude, that is amazing. That's really nice. I like those a lot. Production quality is freaking amazing. I'm sorry. That's just the way this is. But you probably kind of get that. Good night. Look at that. Act 1 and then Act 2 on top of it. Well, beside it. Jeez Louise. My goodness gracious. That's one of the things I was talking about. I don't know. Is the game co-op or competitive? I don't know. Later, Sam. Off to pie. See you later, Patrick. It seems backward. It probably was. Looks phenomenal, but what if the gameplay sucks? I know, Eric. That's always the idea. But we're gonna get on this because this is amazing quality. And so at the very least, I want to see how the gameplay works. But my goodness gracious, so much stuff. Witcher vibes. Yeah, it does give Witcher vibes. That's true. But this has been 2 hours. I got to get going. But I have opened all the stuff that I got in. I did get in my copy of Comic Hunters, so we'll be addressing that in a little bit after I get a few more plays of it in, and we'll go from there. But that is that. Thanks for joining me today. We'll be back later on for a Time Honored Tuesdays playthrough. Jesse and I will take an older game off our shelves, sorry, and play that for you this afternoon. You'll have to wait until I schedule it to know what we're going to do, though. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Thanks for being here. See you later.